Hello YouTube, this is LithiumFire03. We have a brand new video about the Minecraft updates 1.19 and 1.20. This will be an audio-visual episode similar to the Minecraft update history that we did back in January 2022. At that time we were celebrating 10 years of Minecraft updates. If you want to watch that video, there will be a link in the description below. Okay, let's show you the museum here. On the ground floor of this desert pyramid, we have many maps and books depicting our adventures in this world. On the central pillars, we have keywords that describe the significant contributions from the individual Minecraft updates. Up above, we have the combined cliffs and caves update to show you all the texture changes from version 1.17 and 1.18. Okay, let's show you some new content. So, this floor is a duplicate of the room above us. On the four corners we have our new Minecraft updates. We have version 1.19 and 1.20 on this side, along with some of their memorabilia. Okay, let's start the audio-visual tour. Version 1.19, the Wild Update, started June 2022. This update took advantage of the new build limit in the Subterranean to create ancient cities and their wardens. These images can be seen here in the cinematic clip. This update is significant because it will be the beginning of a new trend of Minecraft updates where we can predict the developer's timetable. Version 1.19 had a mob vote in October during Minecraft Live where the chosen winner would get developed in June. When version 1.19 came out, we had mixed reactions to the Wild Update. We were very impressed with the exploration of massive cities underground. We enjoyed sneaking past the warden's defenses in the city. We also loved the Swift Sneak enchantments. However, we were very disappointed that they removed the fireflies and instead they gave us frog lights. Seriously, frog lights? I'm not going to waste my time feeding those things slime mobs just to get some boring light blocks. The Allay is the winner of the 2021 mob vote. This flying mob helps the player by following him around and picking up any loose items. The Allay has a built-in filter in its hand which the player can change to any Minecraft item in the game. This creature can be used to gather abundant items from farms and can be used as an item filter. The Allay can sing and dance and it can multiply if you feed it amethyst shards. You can easily make a large swarm of these Allay mobs. If you don't want the Allays to constantly follow you around, then you can make a collection point with some redstone clocks. The Ancient Cities, as we briefly mentioned before, is a massive underground construction down in the subterranean or deep slate levels. The city is unique because there are no creatures that can spawn here. There are hundreds of skulk sensors and shriekers that can summon the deadly warden. There are also treasure chests scattered throughout the city with exclusive loot containing Swift Sneak enchantments and echo shards. In the middle of the city is a palace ground surrounded by double castle walls. Above the palace is the inactive portal tower. Underneath the palace is the secret redstone entrance with several redstone rooms. Sneaking is very important in the city as the Blind Warden has an echolocation mechanic that can sense your heavy movements. If it hears or smells you, it will strike you down with 30 hit points of damage. Its range attack is the Sonic Boom, which can pass through armor and solid blocks, dealing 10 damage. Cover is not an option. In addition, the Warden can cast darkness spells on all players within 20 blocks. This truly is a powerful mini-boss. The next important feature from version 1.19 is the Skulk Sensor. We can recover skulk sensors and catalysts from the ancient city to make our skulk farms without summoning the warden. The skulk sensor has an audio language that can hear the many noises of the game and display them redstone signals. With the right filters you can create elaborate traps, bouncy block elevators, and motion sensing lights. You can take advantage of the skulk sensor's wireless signal to create elaborate designs. Finishing up this update, we have the mangrove swamps. This new biome introduced new creatures to the game, along with a new tree. We have frogs and tadpoles and mud blocks underneath the mangrove trees in the swamp. The mangrove tree itself is the second largest tree in the game, behind the mighty jungle trees. The sapling for the mangrove tree is unique as it generates a propagate underneath the leaves. This mangrove swamp can be very expansive. Version 1.20, Trails and Tales, was released in June 2023, and like its previous update, there was a mob vote in October. In addition to version 1.19, this update required a year to create. This update didn't bring anything massive like the ancient cities, but it did brought a lot of small changes. So far it has been a month of playing this update, and we are pleased with the new features. Most of the update features we'll discuss here has to do with aesthetic looks. None of the changes provide item enchantments, nor unique redstone blocks that empower the player. The mob vote for version 1.20 brought the Sniffer into the game. This passive mob can only be obtained by digging up the Sniffer egg in the suspicious sands of the Warm Ocean Ruin. Once this ancient mob has been hatched, it can excavate flower seeds from the ground. There are currently 2 new flowers that are available by digging. Unlike the Allay, the Sniffer does not have much utility, but instead it is a cute racing animal. The armor trims are, in our opinion, the biggest change to the 1.20 update. There are 16 armor trims available in the game, which provides a new graphical design to armor. These trims look like Pokemon cards, and they can be found in treasure chests and loot across the 3 dimensions. They don't provide any tactical benefits, but instead they allow you to dye your armor using 10 different colors. These dyes are based on valuable minerals in the game. For example, redstone is a red color trim that can be applied to your armor item set. There are thousands of different combinations that you can play around with, and I encourage you to practice them in creative mode. Some of the armor trims are hard to find, but the most important one is the netherite upgrade trim found from the Bastion remnants in the nether. Once you obtain this item, you're going to want to duplicate this item along with any armor trims by using a smithing table and diamonds. The netherite upgrade trim is the new item needed to upgrade diamond items into netherite. In conclusion, the armor trims provide you an expensive pathway to netherite power, but on the flip side, it gives us an excuse to decorate our armor. Moving on to cherry trees, we have, in my opinion, one of the best looking trees in the game. These cherry trees can only be found in the cherry biome, which is essentially a mountainside grassland. The cherry trees are wider and thicker than oak trees, but some of them have funky patterns. They also have a particle effect of falling petals that allow you to see them billowing in the breeze. These pink petals can gather onto the ground. Already we are thinking of several pagoda-inspired gardens to make with this tree. The final feature that we will talk about in Update 120 is the Ruins feature. They have added suspicious sand and gravel to the ocean ruins, trail ruins, and desert structures where you can obtain loot by using an archaeological brush. There are some interesting loot items in the game like armor trims, sniffer eggs, music discs, and pottery shards. This is an interesting but time-consuming alternative to finding loot chests. The Trail Ruins is an interesting structure that they added to the game. This structure is mostly underground with some of its terracotta tower poking into the ground. This hodgepodge tower of different building blocks is connected to some of the adjoining buildings. There's also a cobblestone road leading down to some villager huts. The building materials are different for each Trail Ruin, but the main items are terracotta, mud blocks, concrete, brick, and the surrounding dirt and stone. Suspicious gravel is scattered throughout the ruins. In conclusion, the Trail Run is an interesting but time-consuming process to uncover derelict buildings scattered throughout our Minecraft world. With the update patterns, we're going to proclaim a few predictions on what the new mobs and new changes will be. We're going to predict that for version 1.21, it will be the first mob vote to feature some previously denied candidates. Will it be the Ice-A-Lodger? This pillager can summon mountain ice and crash it on the player's head. This cool mob was eliminated in the 2020 mob vote, but it was developed into the Minecraft Dungeons game. Maybe you'll see the Copper Golem again, which was eliminated in the 2021 mob vote. We're also going to make a prediction that the developers will change the end dimension. Using the Minecraft Dungeons template as a guide, we can easily see how neon colored plants, ooze ponds, and chorus forests can be integrated into the outer islands. The chorus forest alone should be changed from ugly stick trees to beautiful purple, gold, or green colors. The developers should add new Enderman variants into the game, like Blastings and Sterlings, which uses ranged weapons to harass the player. Finally, there's the Enderscent monster, which is a giant Enderman with long arms and anvil-like hands that can hammer the player. This would be a good mini-boss creature. With the recent updates, we're starting to see a pattern where the developers create a mob vote in October to be developed in June. Between the updates, it takes about a year to develop new material into the game. Well, that should be it for our audiovisual tour of version 1.19 and 1.20. We do have other Minecraft videos if you're interested, and go ahead and like this video. We'll be adding new Minecraft update content to this floor in the nearby future. We'll probably create another video like this for you guys in about 2 years. Hold on for the secret ending.